Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the RAMBAM, HILCHOS, YESODEI, HATORAH, and we are beginning today, Per Chamishi, the 5th chapter, Ois Aleph, the first letter, and he writes like this: Kol Beis Yisrael, all of the Jewish people, Mitzvah of Kiddush Hashem, Shem HaGadol, they are all obligated and commanded to sanctify Hashem's great name, Hazeh. Shenema, like it says in the Torah, V'nigdashti b'soich b'nei Yisrael, I will be sanctified amongst b'nei Yisrael, amongst the children of Israel. And this is a very important idea in Kiddush Hashem, sanctifying Hashem's name, that the RAMBAM is pointing out from the very beginning over here in the pasuk that he quotes. Many of us believe that the real Kiddush Hashem, really when I sanctify Hashem's name, is when I make such a Kiddush Hashem in the eyes of the goyim, of the non-Jewish world, and they'll say, wow, look at that Jew, look how they behave. Like when you're standing in line at the market and you're checking out and the cashier gave you too much change, and you say, excuse me, I think you might have given me too much change. And she looks, she says, oh my gosh, you're right, nobody ever did that. Wow, that's amazing, you gave me back the $10 that I overpaid you, thank you so much. And everybody in the line is watching and like, wow, the Jewish people, they might be committing genocide. They might be anti-Semites and they might be killing people all around the world and they might be warmongers. But wow, look at them, what a Kiddush Hashem. At least they give back $10 to the cashier. Says the pasuk in the Torah, that's not the ikr, that's not the main Kiddush Hashem. The main Kiddush Hashem is v'nigdashti b'soich b'nei Yisrael. When you sanctify HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name amongst the rest of Klal Yisrael, when another Jew sees the way that you live your life, when another Jew gets inspired by your actions of Kiddush Shem Shemayim, of sanctifying Hashem's name, when they see how careful you are with your davening or your learning or your midas or the way that you treat your wife and your children, or how the chesed that you do and how careful you are with tzedakah and never to steal a penny from your office and your boss and your business, when they see your ehrlichkeit, your honesty and sincerity, and that is a Kiddush Hashem, and it inspires them now to go and become a better Jew because of what you have done and what you have made an impression on them, that's the real Kiddush Hashem. Real Kiddush Hashem is when I live my life the way a Jew is supposed to, and another Jew gets inspired by what I do, and they then commit themselves to a higher standard and a higher level of Avodas Hashem. And we are commanded not to desecrate Hashem's name. Shenema, like it says, like it says in the Torah, do not desecrate my holy name. And we'll see, as the RAMBAM is going to describe, what is Kiddush Hashem and what is Chil Hashem. Ketzad, how does it work? At the moment, at the time that a goy stands up, and he's ma'anis, he's forcing a Jew, and he's forcing him to transgress one of the mitzvahs in the Torah. Or he says, either you turn on this light on Shabbos or I'm going to kill you. So what does a person do at that moment? Says the RAMBAM, Ya'avor v'lo yahareg. In that case, you should transgress the mitzvah or the avera that the goy is trying to get you to transgress. V'lo yahareg, don't let yourself get killed. Shenema, like it says in the Torah, b'mitzvahs, asher yaseh oisam ha'adam v'chai b'hem, the mitzvah that a person will do and perform, v'chai b'hem, and they will live. And the Gemara Darshans over there, and not that you should die in them. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to live in mitzvahs and not to die in mitzvahs. And therefore, if you could transgress a one mitzvah today in order to keep many more mitzvahs, says the Torah, that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants of you. Now, if you ended up allowing yourself to get killed, and you died because you didn't want to transgress this avera, and you didn't transgress it. Now you're no longer here to fulfill the mitzvahs. You are going to be held guilty for making the wrong decision. So the first thing the RAMBAM tells us is what you're not obligated to do, and that is you're not obligated to give up your life in the eyes of a goy that is coming and oppressing you and forcing you to do an avera. Rather, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us v'chaybem to live in the mitzvahs. That's the ikr. That's why we came to this world. And therefore, whatever you need to do to keep yourself going, so that you can do more mitzvahs in your life. That is your obligation. If you don't listen to the words of the Torah, and you don't listen the way Chazal understand this pasuk over here, so then mischai benafsha, you then have put yourself into a situation where you are obligated by a Kadosh Baruch Hu, will have to pay for making the wrong decision. So first and foremost, Kiddush Hashem is in front of the Jewish people. Chil Hashem, as we're going to see, is also in front of the Jewish people. And you are not obligated to give up your life for many of the mitzvahs in the Torah. We'll see where you are, but for many you are not, because Hashem would prefer that we are living a life of mitzvahs and observance. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful Rosh Chodesh, and a wonderful, beautiful Shabbos. All the best.